Hello everyone. Am I audible? Please reply in the chat.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's session.
So we shall start soon, guys. Invite your friends also who are in the summer school. Let's begin. So till last session, you guys were uh, given an intro to design thinking process, specifically empathize and defend, right? So before we dive headfirst into today's topic ideation, let's take a step back and quickly recap the broader design thinking process. Design thinking is all about solving problems in a user-centric way. It's not about jumping straight into the solution, right? It's about understanding the real need. So we started with the empathize in the previous session, where we understood the user's emotions, pain points, needs, and motivation. Think of it like being a therapist for the user's problems. We listen deeply. Then we saw define, where we framed a clear, focused problem statement based on our empathy findings. Something like, how can we uh, help working people manage time better? That is a good problem statement, right? So that brings us to the next step, ideate. How to not do design thinking 101. Before we go into the ideation process, here's a quick meme about how to not do design thinking process. Um, if I were a busy mom, I would want that is not a empathize because empathize you have to do user research through Google Forms and etc. Next, define. Here are 1001 problems you should tackle. No, define should not be like this. Define should be about a clear and a focused problem statement based on empathy findings. Is it clear, guys? Ideate. We'll now focus on this today. Now you might not be able to understand the third meme. So let's move on to the next step of the design thinking process. Ideate. The ideate step in the design thinking. So what does ideation really mean? It's not just thinking about solution. It's a deliberate process of idea generation where we suspend judgment and aim for quantity over quality. At this stage, bad ideas are welcome, weird ideas are welcome, impossible ideas also welcome. The reason is simple. The best ideas often come from the unlikeliest ones. Can you guys give an example of very weird ideas for which any companies have, which sounds very awkward, weird, impossible, but actually came to be true? Do you guys have any examples? Given the live chat, guys. Quick commerce. Okay, that's a good example. Okay, I'll give you an example. You guys know about Airbnb, right? Original concept of Airbnb sounds ridiculous. Like Let strangers stay at your house. Sounds dangerous, right? But look how that turned out. It turned out very profitable. It's a very big business. It seems ridiculous. The idea seems ridiculous now also, but still, the idea works, right? It's a very popular business in foreign. It's expanded to a lot of countries. In ideation, we want to create such ideas, a big, bold buffet of options before narrowing down to the final set of ideas which you're going to actually implement in a product. So we should think from different perspectives, right? We should challenge existing assumptions. Uh, they have to look the problem from multiple perspectives and brainstorm as many ideas as possible. The open-minded exploration helps uncover innovative and unconventional solutions that might not emerge in a more constrained environment. If you constrain yourselves to think only few solutions uh, to this statement alone, and then we should not go like that, we should not do like this, then you won't get innovative solutions. That's the main point. Okay, guys, let's have a quick exercise. How might we help grandparents understand and use smartphones easily? Think about this, guys. How can we help grandparents understand and use smartphones easily? Ideate. Make it as simple as possible. Nice. That's right. Anything else? Anything you can like inspire from the real life existing methods of teaching content? Yeah, audience sections. That's a good one. Almost correct. Yeah. So the ground rules are defer judgment. No idea is stupid, guys. Go for volume. More ideas increases the chance for a great one. Encourage wild ideas. Build on others' ideas. Don't tell your idea is stupid. Provide a helpline specifically targeted for them. That's also a good one. We can give a 24/7 helpline whenever they want. They can call and people can guide on how to do this, send a message in WhatsApp, etc. More guys. Simple UI, increase size of text. Perfect. So many adults struggle with technology, right? The icons are confusing. The gestures are unintuitive. The worst of all, things keep updating every other week. So they can't keep track in this old age. So what can we do? So we can think like this. As you told, simple. Let's make it as simple as possible. A simple operating system with fewer options, customized only for older parents, older grandparents. Is that correct? A simplified operating system only for older people, or a customizing mode of operating system where you can put a additional mode of uh, old people mode or something, and they can switch on to that whenever you buy them a phone. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct, Aravind. Uh, can we do a voice assistant that explains action step by step in every app? Have you guys noticed this? Whenever you download an app, you'll get a tutorial kind of thing, right? Where they explain you click on this, you will go to the next page, you will click on these instructions. This will take you to the home page. It's like a interactive tutorial kind where you have to click the icons to go to the next. Can we do the same but with regional language based audio tutorial, which can help the older parents to accustom themselves to the mobile phone, to smartphones? Does that work? Give a thumbs up if that idea is good. regional languages, interactive tutorial, step by step. Yeah, okay. We'll move on, guys. So this is Google's example of ideation, where they ideated for seats for kids in a cycle. What are the different possible ways? This method is called Crazy Eight, where you quickly draw 8 ideas of which comes in your mind when you think of a problem statement. So the first one, which is the modern one. Um, Modern cycles have the carrier seat on the back, and the children's seat can be attached to that with a seat belt. That's a good one, right? Second one is the same chair shifted to the front, rod connecting to the handbar. Third is a uh, third is a seat in the back of the cycle with an elongated version with a pedal down, but that doesn't make sense, right? The child's leg can't reach that. So from the third to the fourth, you can notice that the cycle's formation has been given down so that the child's leg can be uh, reaching to the pedal. Fifth, you can see the children has been placed on the basket. Ideation, because it's not bad to put a wild idea. It's never bad case. So the last one is a baby stroller, or kind of a carriage for the baby to sit comfortably and in a protected manner. But this idea is not universally accessible, right? Like the third one and the first one was universally you can convert it into adults, old people also, but the last one is not. So each and every idea has its pros and cons. That's how ideation works in general. So let's move on. Let's look at examples of ideation, real world examples. You guys know about the story of Netflix and Tesla, right? I think in the first session, Netflix was given a bit of intro about Netflix, how they came into the picture. So, what is the problem and how do they go about the design thinking process? We'll explore that. So the problem was DVD rental late fees and inconvenience. So there was a shop called Blockbuster where they used to sell old DVD player, old DVD, and they used to charge you on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, and they used to charge a late fee also, and it will be inconvenient because you will go wanting a movie, and that movie will be taken by a different person. It doesn't make sense, right? So, what is the empathizing process? Users hated late fees and limited access. Let's define this now. Seamless access to movies at home. That was the problem statement. So, what did Netflix ideate upon? What they did was digital distribution and on-demand access. 24/7, anyone around the world, each and every square inch around the world, can access each and every other movie which is present in the Netflix software at any point of time. So that was their ideation process. And in further, they developed upon personalization, watch list, and many other features. But this was the main thing of the Netflix. Got it, guys? Let's see about Tesla now. So, uh, what is the problem with Tesla? Can anyone reply? What were the problems with Tesla? Why did they think about autopilot? Because if you're driving is tiring for you, you can just uh, appoint a taxi. You can just appoint a driver for you, and yeah, that's costly. That's right. And a lot of accidents are happening nowadays. Autopilot uh, might theoretically reduce lots of accidents around the world. So empathize. Driving is tiring and prone to human error. And with a lot of interviews and feedbacks from users and drivers, Tesla empathized upon the need of autopilot car. So what do they define? Making driving safer, easier, and more autonomous. What did they ideate? Elon Musk's team conducted rapid prototyping on vision-based AI. They brainstormed using reverse engineering of flight autopilot system. They reverse engineered flight autopilot system. It's fine to ideate upon existing solutions if you're able to reverse engineer and apply to your own products. So what is the outcome? Tesla's autopilot, it was a groundbreaking. So they are now one of the leaders in worldwide automobile industry. It's a big thing, right? Because they followed the design thinking process properly. They ideated upon uh, amazing solutions where they used proper imaging, satellite imaging, and they perfected the process of the autopilot. Had they didn't, then Tesla cars would have been a failure if they hadn't perfected the process of the autopilot. There would have been more accidents, but it doesn't happen. Right? Let's see another examples. Everyone's favorite, Apple iPhone. Tell about things you like about Apple in the chat, guys. Like, why does Apple sound good to you? Like, why do you think Apple won the game in the market? So, what is the problem? Early smartphones were clunky, hard to use, with tiny keyboards and poor user experience, right? What was the ideation process? Let's look at the ideation process of Apple. Users were frustrated with slow, unintuitive mobile interfaces, physical keypads, and lack of integration between phone, music, and internet. Um, so let's now define the problem statement. Create a single elegant device that combines phone, music player, and internet with a touch-based and intuitive interface. Yeah, guys, yeah. Branding, ecosystem, authentic, smooth OS, yeah, these were all fine. But the main thing was Steve Jobs presented iPhone as phone plus music player plus internet. On the day of presentation of the Apple iPhone, he told that we are going to combine iPod with a mobile phone, and we are going to also put internet into the same device. That was the main thing. That the defined process changed the game for them. Branding and all came later on about iPhone, their pricing and stuff. We will have a different session in the summer school based on branding marketing, how actually Apple did it. But now let's focus upon the ideation process. What if a phone didn't need buttons? So Apple wanted to go into the touchscreen, which was getting popular at that time, touchscreen technologies. What if you could use finger to control everything? Combine iPod, iPhone, and internet into one sleek product. Give all features into that one product. Build an ecosystem where users can customize and expand their experience. So they built an entire ecosystem around the Apple. They ideated upon a good security feature, and yeah, let's see the comments. Early start, loyal fan base, screen resolution, design, ecosystem and services awesome, camera. Yeah, everyone's right. What is the outcome of this ideation process? iPhone launched in 2007, completely redefined mobile phone, set the standards for smartphone globally. They changed the industry completely. Right, guys? Put a thumbs up if it's correct. iPhone is the world's best, um leading in innovation and technology. Like whenever you think about innovation, you will think about Apple automatically in your minds. Why addition matters? Ideation step is crucial for moving beyond obvious solutions and uncovering innovative approaches. Like I told before, um, ideation it encourages group creativity and team bonding, and we can push through mental blocks, and we can push through the safe ideas, break out of the box, and think properly, and develop a lot of unique solutions for our product, which we got from the previous steps of the design thinking process. So let's see how about how will we do ideation. Right? Start by clearly stating the problem, often using the how might we question to focus the session. Generate as many ideas as possible without immediate judgment or filtering. Later in the stage, evaluate and refine the ideas to identify those with the most potential to move forward to prototyping. Let's move on. Bad ideation. You guys know about Google Glass, right? If you know about it, then write one or two things about why Google Glass failed. If you think maybe my reasons here didn't cover their entire reasons about how it failed. Come on, guys, give reasons on why it failed. Yeah, timing. That's correct. That time it was pretty new for people. High praise. That's also true. Okay, let's see the problem statement. What Google Glass kept as a problem statement was how might we create hands free, instant access to information and notification to enhance real world productivity and communication. Uh, yeah, that's right. High price, not enough value in both in terms of tech or pricing. It wasn't developed enough. Lack of awareness amongst the people. Wrong timing, yes. But let's see one of the main reasons. They overemphasized on tech and underemphasized on social context and privacy. Imagine you're just walking on a street on a casual day, right? You're walking on the street, and one person is wearing Google glasses who's going opposite to you, and Google glasses has the feature of recording each and everything. So won't you feel bad that someone is recording you if you see them wearing Google Glass? So Google Glasses they recorded without the user's permission. You can't just get permission about from everyone, right? Google Glasses just record everything around. So there is it. It ignored how uncomfortable and creepy it felt to be recorded. Do you guys think they should have emphasized on the privacy matters? Because it's very important, right? Not everyone wants to be recorded every time. So yeah, so Google Glass failed mainly upon the social context and privacy. Result. What is the result? Privacy backlash, poor social acceptance, lack of clear value. It all led to a failed consumer product. Understood, guys? Yeah, Apple Wear also is like kind of same only. So Um, so yeah, Appleware also is kind of like a failure. You don't see much of the Appleware nowadays. Right? No, not many people uses it, but that is because of one of the main reasons was way too pricey. It is in India. It costed I think about 4 lakhs. Google Glasses wasn't that pricey, but yeah, it was also the timing issue. Appleware, although as you modern as the product could be, it failed because of the uh, pricing mainly. It was too pricey, 4 lakhs. Bro, I think they didn't emphasize on anything other than the coolness factor. It doesn't add value to anyone's life to be worth considering. Yeah, true. It has boomed in use, not exactly. Not so booming. Apple VR is, they didn't develop future versions also. It isn't considered as a revolutionary product which they thought it would be. The problem with any failed product is that it doesn't add enough value for the hassle cost. Even the Appleware is nowhere cheap for people to utilize it. Yeah, that's correct, Arvind. So let's move on, guys. Um, this now Leah will be taking over.
Hi guys, I hope all of you have the same into. The next slide, please. Okay, so now we are going to learn about the factors to be taken care of when you're making any product. So if you're making any product or anything, keep all this in mind and then go forward. Okay. So here the first factor is user-centered thinking, empathy first. So when you're making something, question yourself like, are we solving real, prioritized user pain point and not just like some cool idea? And validate real user needs and don't just assume and then build things. And then involve users early through personas, interviews, or JTBD, which is jobs to be done. And then we have the next point is feasibility check. You're going to question yourself like, is this idea technically and operationally viable now? And can it be built affordably, reliably, and scalably? And is the market ready for it? And do we have the right tech stack and partnerships? And then we have business viability. You're going to think like, whatever you're building, does this idea have sustainable business or value model? Or will someone pay for it, use it consistently, and also seeing like a long-term value? And then does the cost to build and maintain justify the impact? And then last we have differentiation and positioning. Here you're going to think like what makes this idea better or different than what already exists? And why would customers or users choose us over existing solutions? And all of that. So these are all the factors to be taken care of when you're building any product or anything. Okay, this is like a quick meme where this person says it was a super ideation session for the next startup, wasn't it? And then this person says, yeah, so super that now I have to acquire data mining code to make some sense out of these ideas. Like we've gathered and collected too many ideas. Okay, we are going to study today about the ideation methods in design thinking. We have learned what is ideation in design thinking. Now there are few methods to ideate in design thinking. And trust me, each one of it is like so fun and you can do it. Okay? Okay, guys? Next slide, please. Okay, this is like don't. This is how should we not ideate. So here in the group of people, one person says, let's sing Kumbaya until the ideas come, and then we'll go back to our desk and come up with 100 reasons why they'll never work in a million years. So this is not how you should ideate. Okay. As mentioned earlier, we're going to learn about few methods of ideation, and the well-known and popular method is brainstorming. Brainstorming is nothing but it is a phase where you don't worry about what's right or what's wrong. You just let all your ideas flow. You just dump out every idea out of your brain, no matter how crazy it is, or no matter how impossible it is, or no matter how much weird or silly it is. And here there is no judging. No one is going to tell you like that won't work or that is never going to happen. And always remember, when you're brainstorming your ideas, it's quantity over quality. More the number of ideas is equal to more building blocks. And then when you're giving your ideas, just go wild. And sometimes build on others' ideas too. Like if you find anyone's idea cool, you think like, oh, it's cool. And then you start adding your idea to it. Okay. So this is what brainstorming is. And how do we do it? We just like in a group, we sit in a circle or something, and then everyone starts throwing out their own ideas. And this will help all of us to unlock the peak most creativity and as well as get diverse perspectives and break out of obvious solutions. So basically, brainstorming it is like a group creativity technique which is used to generate a large number of ideas for solving a problem. And it encourages open, judgment-free sharing thoughts to unlock innovating solutions. So here we have an example. Okay, the challenge is how to improve employee onboarding. And we can brainstorm ideas like create a welcome video, assign onboarding buddies, gamify training modules, and etc. So, this is what brainstorming means. I hope you understood what brainstorming means. Okay, now I'm going to give you guys a problem statement, and you just brainstorm like all the ideas which you get. Okay, is it clear? Okay, the problem statement goes like, how can students stay motivated throughout the semester? Just give me all your ideas, no matter how much weird they are, impossible they are. This is nothing but brainstorming. Just put out all your ideas. There is no judgment. How can students stay motivated throughout the semester? Just comment down any of your ideas. Don't think if it's weird or silly. Just comment what you want. Rewarding with delicious food. Okay, yeah, I'm sure then the attendance is going to be 100% for every student then. Okay, remove grading. Yes, I agree, bro. Mentorship. Yes, having good people to mentor. Milestone based teaching pedagogy can help. Yeah. Game based learning. Yeah, I agree. Not everyone understands through screens and blackboards and chalks. If we improve the learning using games, then it can help. Group projects. Yeah. Yeah, like Duolingo. Yes, I agree. Impose pure timing so that they could have time to sleep and study. Okay, wait. Actually, getting paid for attending classes. You are paying for attending classes and you also want to get paid for attending classes. Okay. Good teachers. Yes. Weekly hackathons. Yeah. Or some projects. Okay. Wow, guys, your ideas are really very creative and very wild. I appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, now that you have understood what brainstorming is, let's go to the next ideation method. Next slide. Okay, this ideation method is called camper. It is basically a checklist for your brain. It transforms all your ideas by looking at by looking at them from different angles. The each letter in Scamper, which is SCAMPER, it stands for a type of creative prompt, and we can use it to tweak, upgrade, or rethink our ideas. Okay, now let me break it down to you. Scamper, right? The first word is S. S stands for substitute. Here it goes like substitute in the sense, what can I swap out, or can I replace one part with something else? And then the next letter is C, which means combine. You have to think like, what if I join these two ideas together? Or can I merge features or concepts? And then you have next letter A, which stands for adapt. Here you think like, what else is like this? Can I take inspiration from other products? And then you have M, which is modify. And here you're going to modify your product. Like you can think like, what if I exaggerated something or just modified and changed the size, shape, or function? And then the next letter is P, which is put to another use. You can just think like, can this be used for something else? And then the next letter we have is E. E is nothing but eliminate, removing. Here you need to think like, what can I eliminate? What can I remove? Sometimes how much the less is more, you know. And then the last letter we're having R. R means reverse or rearrange. Here you can think like, what if I flip the order of the roles? Or what happens if we do it backwards? Okay, so basically, Camper, it is a structured ideation technique that uses 7 prompts: substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put to another use, eliminate, and reverse. So here we have an example of Scamper. So here we're designing a new water bottle. Okay, so first substitute. So when you're designing a new water bottle, in the prompt of substitute, use biodegradable plastic instead of regular plastic for sustainability. Combine. What are you combining? Add a built-in water filter to the bottle. And then adapt. Apply the insulation technology from thermoflask to keep drinks hot or cold. And then modify. What are you modifying? What are the changes that you're making? Make the bottle collapsible for easy storage. P stands for put to another use. Design it to double as a portable cup. And then you have E, which means eliminate. What are we eliminating here? Removing bulky packaging to reduce waste, make the bottle lighter, and then R, which means reverse, opening the bottle from the bottom for easier cleaning. So this is what scamper means. Did you understand what is scamper? Let me know in the comments. And if you have any doubts, I encourage everyone to ask. Okay. Now we are going to the next ideation method, which is brainwriting. Brainwriting is nothing but brainstorming only. Brainwriting, it is basically like silent brainstorming on paper or digitally. Instead of shouting out ideas like we do in normal brainstorming, here everyone writes their ideas down first without talking, and then those ideas they circulate among others and others build on them. This is what brainwriting is. And brainwriting, it is very underrated, but I think it is an efficient method for ideation because it even helps the introverts to contribute equally, and it is super efficient. Like in 15 minutes, you get 50 plus refined ideas, and it encourages deep thinking since people can focus without pressure. So, brainwriting, it is nothing but participants, they write down ideas silently and then pass them to the others who build upon them. And this ensures everyone's input and encourages idea expansion. So, basically, we have an example over here. So, example is you're improving a mobile app. Here, each team member writes 3 ideas for new features. Papers are passed around, and others add suggestions or enhancements. Now, after several rounds, the team discuss about the best ideas. This is nothing but brainwriting. Yeah, brainwriting seems interesting. It is. Okay. Then we have reverse brainstorming. Um, Reverse brainstorming, it is like one of the underrated but very powerful creativity technique out there. Now, let's say if you're stuck and if you're not having good enough ideas when you're brainstorming, you can just we can just reverse brainstorm. Like, how do we solve this problem? S- Look, brainstorming tells you how do we solve this problem. Reverse brainstorming tells you how could we find the cause of this problem, or even how could we make the problem even worse. Okay, I'm going to explain it to you clearly step by step. For example, first define your problem. For example, our problem is that how can we improve student participation in design sessions? Now flip it and ask in reverse. How can we make students avoid design sessions completely? Like brainstorm all those bad ideas. Reverse brainstorming is nothing but instead of giving all your good and creative ideas, you're going to brainstorm all your bad, worst, impossible, and the worst ideas ever. Okay, here we took example as how can we improve student participation in design sessions, right? So here you're going to reverse brainstorm it and think like how can we make students avoid and lose interest in design sessions completely, and brainstorm all the bad ideas. For example, like make those sessions boring or don't tell them what is happening. And after giving out all your bad ideas, now flip your bad ideas into good ones. Here we took example of the sessions, right? Here, flipping those bad ideas into good ones, it is like make sessions interactive and hands-on, promote them well in advance. Okay, I'll and I'll tell you why it works because it helps you see problems, from a new angle, and it even uncovers root cause you might not even ever have think of. And honestly, it's kind of fun, like designing the worst product ever and all of that. Okay, I'm going to like give you a quick example that you have to do and reverse brainstorm. Okay, wait. First, let us go through the example which we have which is on the slide. So here, the problem statement is how to improve the customer service, improving customer service. So here, we are doing reverse brainstorming, and inside here, we are asking how could we make customer service terrible? And then after reverse brainstorming it, reverse those ideas. Respond quickly to complaints. Make menus simple and clear. Train staff for empathy and all of that. Okay, now I'm going to give you guys an example for reverse brainstorming, and I want you to guys to reverse brainstorm all your worst possible ideas in the comments. Okay, so my example is how can we improve the user experience of a mobile app? Like a user is using a mobile app, how can we improve their experience? Just reverse brainstorm all your ideas. Okay, let me tell you another example. For example, if you're going to a restaurant and here that the restaurant people are thinking, how can we create a great dining experience that builds loyalty? And I'm going to reverse brainstorm it like, how can we make a restaurant so bad that no one ever comes back? Okay, so this is reverse brainstorming. Yeah, make UI horribly unuser friendly. Yes. Make everything unorganized. Yes. Make it slow as fuck. Yes. No chairs in restaurant. Rats, lots and lots of them. Okay, yeah. Blocking all the ads. Put garbage just outside. Okay. No water, no fan, AC. Yeah. Don't give any offers. Keep the ambience very bad. Bloatware free. Yeah. Add unnecessary info. Yes. Make the receipt uneatable. Okay. Giving bad camera quality. Yeah. Okay. I think you guys understood what exactly reverse brainstorming is. I'm very glad. Okay, let's go on to the next ideating method. Make the make the waiter a chatterbox. Okay, no waiters. Yeah, it sucks. Talk rudely. Yeah, no water for customers. Yeah, that sucks. Order served very late. Yeah, I agree. I get impatient sometimes. No tables. Okay. Okay, then let's go on to the next method of ideation. The next slide, please. Hello, am I audible? No hand wash area. Yeah. Okay. So now we are going to learn about affinity diagramming or visual clustering. So basically, affinity diagramming, it is a method for organizing a large number of ideas or pieces of information into groups based on their natural relationships. Okay, it is something like it's a art of clustering ideas based on their similarity so that you can see the patterns, the priorities, and the themes. Okay, okay, I'm only accepting cash payments. Yes, giving food which is left over. I hope no restaurant or cafe does this. Okay, let's go on with affinity diagramming. So this is nothing but after brainstorming, you're going to write all your ideas, and then you're just going to dump all your ideas and then just group all your similar ideas and then cluster them and then add category titles and then analyze them. Okay, what does this affinity diagramming does? It turns, random thoughts into structured insights and it helps you prioritize and focus and it is great for design thinking as well as user feedback and product planning. Okay. So basically, affinity diagramming, it is a method for organizing large number of ideas or pieces of information into groups and clusters based on the natural relationships. We have an example over here. Notes are grouped into clusters like navigation issues, content clarity, visual appeal. So whatever you have noted, whatever ideas that you have brainstormed, just group them into clusters based on the similarity, the ones which are similar, the one which can fit into one group. The team identifies which areas need the most attention in the redesign. By doing this, you can identify, what areas do we need attention to redesign the product. I hope you understood what affinity diagramming is. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comment section. Okay, guys. Now let us learn about another ideation method, which is starbursting. So, starbursting, remember that it is not about finding solutions or answers. It is about asking the questions. Okay. If you have an idea or any concept, starbursting, it helps you look at it like from all angles by focusing just on questions. I'll tell you how do we use it step by step. First, put whatever idea you have in the middle, and then draw a star with 6 points, with as shown here, with each point representing a type of question: who, what, when, where, why, and how. Okay. Um. Here we have an example: launching a fitness app. Launching a new fitness app. Here we're asking questions. If you made an app and if you want to launch it, start testing is a technique where you're going to ask only questions. Okay, using this 6 points. What are the 6 points? Who, what, when, where, why, and how. So here, when we're launching a new fitness app, here are the questions. Who is the target audience for the app? What features will motivate users to exercise? Where will users across the app, where will users access the app? Is it in mobile or in web? And all of that. Okay, let me give you another example for better understanding. For example, if you are designing a smart water bottle that reminds people to drink. I mean, I'm sure most of us forget to drink water and stay very dehydrated. So, what if you're designing a smart water bottle that gives reminders for us to help us drink water? Now, you're going you're going to ask questions like who will use this bottle? Who needs reminders? What features should we have? What tech do we need? Or when will it remind users? Every hour, every exercise, every 2 hours, or something like that. Now, where? Where will it be used? In school? Is it in college? Is it in gym? Is it in office or something like that? And then why? Why would someone buy this instead of a regular water bottle? And then we have how. How will it track our drinking? Like, how will it notify the user? So, this is how you use starbursting. I hope everyone understood this ideation method. And if you have any doubts, please comment in the comment section. Okay, then we'll go on to the next slide. Okay, yeah. So, this is the summary of all the ideation methods which we learned. First one is brainstorming, where you just brainstorm all your ideas and where there is no judgment and you just give out all the wide ideas. And then we have scamper, systematic prompts for innovation and improvement, and then brain writing, silent collaborative idea generation and building. And then we have reverse brainstorming, finding creative solutions by flipping the problem. And then we have affinity diagramming, organizing the synthesized ideas to reveal insights. And then at last, we have starbursting, which is using questions to explore all aspects of a challenge. So, guys, if you have any questions about any ideation method, you're welcome to ask in the comment section, please. The next slide. Okay, so now let's practice ideation one on one. Okay, this is for you guys to solve. These all are our everyday life problem statements. How might we help people never forget their keys or wallets at home? How might we make mornings more enjoyable? How might we reduce food waste at home with minimal efforts? So you guys can brainstorm your ideas using any of the ideation method which we have just learned in the comment section of these problem statements. Start testing is like learning interrogative words in English class. Yes, interrogative questions. When to use each method? You can use any of the method. There is no timing like first we have to use this, first we have to use that. But just make sure when you're making a product, go through all of the methods. It's going to help a lot. First one, go keyless and have digital locks with fingerprints. Okay. Third one, asking everyone how much chapati they would eat before cooking. Okay, yeah. Actually, yes, cooking sufficient amount is better than wasting food, right? Use Apple Wallet integrated stuff. Okay, XD. The next slide. One can make Bluetooth integrated wallet and keys, which, when gone out of range, will notify the user. Okay. Okay, guys, let's solve one. Let us just stick to the first one. Give me ideas about how might we help people never forget their keys or wallet at home. And have a cow at home to which you can feed the food waste and get free milk. Okay. Asking best friend to call in the morning. Okay. Okay, so when you're giving ideas, just remember quantity over perfection, and we encourage any wild ideas, and there will be no judgment in the beginning, and all ideas are recorded. How AI cooks that adjusts portion size with one's appetite. Okay, the next slide. Write a note at the door to take the wallet. Yes, it's actually like giving us a reminder, which is reminding us to take a wallet. Okay, last call for your ideas. Yeah, any more ideas? A sensor on the key fob, maybe an attachment that warns a user when they leave the house and it's not nearby. Yeah. Wow, guys, each and every one of you have like wild, crazy ideas. Appreciate every one of you. Okay, so here we are solving how might we help people never forget their keys or wallets at home. So these are all our ideas, and these are the thinking behind it. Okay, what are the ideas? Smart mat with sensors. Thinking behind it is, what if the floor could detect items? And then we have mobile app with geofence alert. What if the phone alerted you when you were about to leave? And then you have voice assistant reminder. What if Alexa or Siri reminded you at a specific time? And then we have mirror checklist display. People check the mirror when they're leaving, and what if there were reminders on the mirror written over there? And then we have motion triggered audio reminder. What if the door said something as you approach to it? And then we have smart keychain with alarm. What if the keychain reminded you? And then we have reminders synced with door lock. And the thinking behind it is, can we link reminders to smart door behavior? And then we have variable tag vibrates at door. Like, what if a wristband or your ring, like whatever jewelry you're making, it buzzed if you forgot? The next slide. These are like some ideas. Oh yeah, this is just a graphic representation. False bottom, put things here, a specific place to put things. Good morning, remember wallet, where the alarm is like giving you reminders. Belt for wall, belt just belt built just for wallet, and all of that. Example of the same problem statement, these all are. False bottom on shoes is amazing idea. Yeah. Okay, now can we make it all in one product itself? Look, these are all the problem statements which we went through once, right? How might we help people never forget their keys or wallets at home? How might we make mornings more enjoyable? How might we reduce food waste at home with minimal food? Like, to solve all these problems, can we just have one product? Lifestyle app. Yeah, you're right. Okay, the next slide. Oh yeah, these are more exercises for you to try, guys. How might we reduce screen time during feeling FOMO? How might we make video calls more fun, more human and fun? How might we protect our privacy online with less effort? How might we stop falling into endless YouTube, Instagram scrolls? How might we organize phone photos better? The next slide. Yeah, so from here, my co-host Tanesh is going to continue. Alexa would
Yeah,
be
hello guys.
sustainable. Suitable thinking. Yeah. An app that reminds people of different tasks. Yeah, we have different apps which reminds us things by giving us notifications. I agree. An assistant robot. Yeah. Okay, Tanesh, you can take over.
Yeah, thanks, Leon. That was one wonderful explanation about different types of ideation process and examples. Um yeah, so you guys must have seen these problem statements, right? Can you think how can we integrate AI in this? How can we organize phone photos better? Can we use AI, guys? Reply in the chat. Can we have an AI-based analysis of screen time? Aditya, that is fine, but this main thing of this exercise too is to get the creative juices in your mind. ChatGPT can of course give better answers, give a lot of answers, but of course we have to give creative juices to our brain once in a while also. Otherwise, the world would be devoid of innovative innovation. Right? Around human-centric innovation will be lost if we completely relied on ChatGPT. Yeah, that's right. AI to group photos by people in it. Can we use AI to stop falling into endless YouTube? Think about it. Yes, but we have to share our data and download a local host. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I just asked idea, guys. I didn't tell think about the feasibility. Don't think about that. What did we say? It's about the quantity and ideas now, not about thinking whether it is feasible or not feasible. Am I right? Okay, let's get into AI and product ideation. Do you guys have any doubts till here? Okay, so shall we start? So AI is the buzzword now, right? AI isn't just a trend. Everywhere it's AI now. Most of the products are trying to incorporate AI into their solving, and somehow they are putting AI in one feature or the other. But it's not like that. AI isn't just a trend. It's a tool to amplify user experience, automate routine tasks, personalize interaction, and solve problems that traditional logic-based systems can't. Think of AI as your co-creator and problem solver that can analyze patterns at scale, learn from user behavior, adapt in real time, automate decision making, personalize experiences at individual level. Um, can you guys think about examples for all of this? Analyze patterns at scale. What are the examples of analyzing patterns? AI which analyzes patterns. Okay. So, what should be a good mindset for a product thinker? AI should be a superpower uh, that operates behind the scenes. So, imagine designing mental health app. AI can detect mood changes through tone or text and suggest actions. AI shouldn't be a feature. It should empower the features of your products. Like it shouldn't be a feature on itself. You shouldn't rely on AI for everything, because otherwise the product will go to a failure. It should empower your app. Um, you should think, how can AI make this easier, faster, smarter, and safer? So let's see about the examples. You guys are right. Recommendations of YouTube, real-time data modeling. Uh, yeah. Any more examples, guys? Think about. See this memes which I have put this. On the left-hand side, legacy software companies adding an AI chatbot to their product. Some companies just add a like AI-based chatbot on their website just for the sake of it, or AI-based some feature to their product, but it really doesn't make much of a difference with or without it. So sometimes it's useless, right? You're putting us like shown in the image. You're just putting it in the soap and trying to pump it out. Whether you can already directly use the soap directly, right? So it doesn't make sense. So how should we use AI properly in our products? We'll study that. Yes, you're right, Jay. We should think from the customer perspective as first as a PM. That's a perfectly right statement. Okay, where AI fits in the product ideation. So think about these questions. While generating product ideas, use AI in the how might we framing. Imagine you have a product and you want to think about having AI as a further solution, adding it in your product. You should think about it like how might we personalize this experience using AI. What comes in your mind when you see about personalization? Spotify, Netflix, right? Prime Video, YouTube. So these products are not AI products. They have AI deep within them, which makes our user experiences and personalization better and gives a better user satisfaction through the usage of AI. They didn't have AI as their product. Next question is, how might we reduce user effect through automation? Next question is, how might we improve decision using predictions? These are some of the questions you can ask while thinking about how can we add AI into your product. So let us see some of the categories that AI typically shines. Most of the AI which you use, which you see, whether is it a feature or a AI first product, it will come into this five categories. Most of the products in modern day. Number one is the personalization, like Netflix suggestions. Netflix suggests to you, oh, you watch this movie. If you watched this, uh, now see this. It gives a list of movies, and based on you like action, it gives a list of action movies. Sometimes Google itself might do the AI based analysis. It changes your news feed according to that. These are all the action of AI in the backend. Personalization. Next is the content generation. Our favorite chat GPT comes here. So how many of you use chat GPT every day? Like probably like every 2 3 hours or something. Content generation is one of the most used things of the modern days. Literally everyone of us use chat GPT, right? If anyone doesn't use chat GPT, please put in the live chat. I want to see. Every 15 minutes. Damn, bro. Wow. Bro, it saves my life for real. Oh, perplexity. Damn, yeah, that's also. But in perplexity, also, you can choose models of ChatGPT, Claude, etc. Yeah, summarizing. Yeah, summarizing, getting contents from different websites. Everything is content generation. Smart detection. Guys, give example of smart detection AI where AI might given uh, possible use scenario where you can use AI for smart detection. Yes, water leak, driverless car. Yes, health or agriculture. Yes, more examples, please. Inventory. That's also good. Security, crop disease analyzing. Yeah, good examples. Next category is predictive analytics. Imagine a dashboard which shows, uh, you can also think about this dashboard which shows the best performing stocks today in India, and which predicts it can go like this, come down like this. AI can predict in the back. There may be a complex model behind AI model which can predict using large amounts of data. Is that a nice AI feature? Stock market analysis. Give any other examples where predictive analysis can be done. Like any new idea which you have where predictive analytics can be done. Mental health can be one thing, and one person can, government can have a predictive analysis dashboard of uh, how their management is going on. Sleepiness in class. Wow, that we don't need AI for that, right? We can predict it ourselves. Upcoming sales intuition based on historical stats. Yeah, that is good. Wow, there must be an AI that predict potential date based on chat history. Wow, that is an amazing idea. You're talking like an AI astrologer, which predicts the future based on how things are going, how planets are aligning, how the charts are aligning. So yeah, think about the product. Further, you can further think about it, Jano. Okay, next category is automation. Uh, Automation example is, of course, automation is very popular right nowadays. Scheduling, data sorting, email filtering. So you can use a, uh model like Alexa or Gemini to remind you. I have a PDC summer school at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Remind me so that I'll attend it for sure and get my certificate somehow. So automation is very used a lot nowadays. Like you can use it for email filtering also. A lot of emails would come to a right email, right? You can use AI for filtering. Think about that product also. I think it already exists probably. So what's the process to be followed? So step one, identify the core user pain point. Too many notifications. Just now I told it. Too many notifications of IIT mail coming. User feels overwhelmed. Takes time to decide what to eat. User decision fatigue. Ask what can AI do here better than logic or rules. Uh, you should ask how can we make AI uh, as a better use case than before here. What can AI do here better than logic or rules? You have to detect intent, predict needs, generate responses, suggest action. Any four of this or any categories which AI typically shines, if you feel that need comes into this, Then you can use AI in this. Warden case, any doubts? We are in our final topic. If you have any doubts, you can put it in the chat. Any amazing AI ideas you have, you can put it in the chat, guys. Okay, let's go on to the next topic, including accessibility in ideation. Do you remember the first example which I gave? Making grandparents also use smartphone. So what did we do there? If you take smartphone as a product, uh, then we used accessibility there, where we also catered the audience to be older age people also. So we put ourselves in their shoes, and we did the product, right? So that is what including accessibility in ideation. So you have to cater your product needs and solution to everyone, so that it goes to everyone. Let's do an icebreaker, guys. What's a product you or someone you know couldn't use because it wasn't inclusive? It couldn't include everyone. What's one product like that? Do you guys know any product like that, which you feel doesn't cater to everyone, which you feel some users might not understand, or etc.? Yes, that is true. Stairs. So in our campus, we can see mostly there'll be ramps plus stairs. But what if you have a building only with stairs? That clearly doesn't include uh, accessibility, right? So you have to include accessibility in every product which you do. You have to include every kinds of user. You have to make yourself sit in through every kinds of user who might use that product. Okay, let's go to the examples. Mobile apps without dark mode. Okay, what's the problem here? Dark mode was actually originally for users with light sensitivity or eye strain. Now, but when apps doesn't have the dark mode, people will feel a lot of stain in their eyes, right? So because of that, it wasn't accessible. The retention rate goes down. A lot of people won't even uh, want to open the app for a long time because of the existence of only light mode. But when dark mode comes, you can use it for a lot of time in the night also. So apps want to generate more revenue, then obviously they want to include dark mode. And also it includes accessibility also. So when you include accessibility, you can also expand the uh, user base to normal users also. Even normal users can benefit from accessibility. If some normal users somehow get some leg injury, they can also use the ramps, right? So like that. If you feel an eye strain, you will use dark mode. Nowadays, dark mode is being adopted by everyone, irrespective of whether they have eye strain or light sensitivity issues. So yeah, now it's been increasingly adopted across apps. Example: Twitter, YouTube. Another example is captchas on websites. Have you seen captchas? You will see select all bikes in these images. You have to look into it very carefully, and you'll still probably get it wrong. That those irritating squares, 3 cross 3, you would have seen it at least once in your life, right? Imagine like a visually impaired who is not able to see screen properly. How that feature, how that feature cater to them? They won't be feeling very good to get it wrong every time, right? So what is a better alternative? Given the chat case, here I have put audio captures. Give your ideas of what could be a good alternative. Give your ideas. Yeah, there are audio ones. I have put that one day. Nowadays, audio are getting replaced with the visual ones. No, they are giving options of you choosing the visual one or the audio ones or the calling ones or anything. Yeah, there can be a lot of new ideas, but audio captures are now being replaced. Uh, the visual, there are no lot of options, so nowadays it's not a big problem. So hope you understood about including accessibility in ideas. Always keep it in your mind whenever you think about product, at least in a corner, so that accessibility also makes a big difference in your product. That's it, guys. We have come to the end of the session. If you have any doubts, you can put it um, after the recap session, which will be taken by Leah.
Okay, so now let's quickly go over whatever that we have learned and covered today. First, we have understood the ideation method of design thinking. We explored the ideate phase of design thinking, where the creativity flows and we get to generate as many ideas as possible. And then we even saw real world examples like Netflix and Tesla and Apple. And how did they use ideation to solve big problems in many innovative ways? And we even learned some powerful ideation techniques like brainstorming, scamper, brainwriting, reverse brainstorming, affinity mapping, and starbursting. And we also tried like solving a real problem together, which is how to help people stop forgetting their keys or wallet, and then came up with like super creative solutions. And then we even learned and looked at how AI can be integrated into our ideas, to make them more smarter and more personalized. And finally, I'm going to tell you guys that accessibility, it is optional, and great design, it includes everyone, all the ideas. So if you are building an app or any product, just don't hold back. Think freely and build boldly. And always remember that design with users should be at the center. Do you guys have any questions or any doubts about the session?
Any questions? Yes, we'll be here for another few minutes.
Slide
Hi,
links will
Shashi.
be given.
Um, we you can watch the session repeatedly. We'll be providing a session summary soon. but you can always watch the session again and again, repeatedly as much as you want. If you have any doubts in any steps, you can always go backwards in the lecture and review it again, guys. Especially the methods of ideation. Different methods cater to different needs, so you can always go back and understand which methods cater to your current product, which you're probably thinking. Maybe in the future you come up with a product, how you can go about ideating. You can come back to this lecture, see which methods of ideation you want to do. Yeah, that's a session for that in the future. Prototyping. That was just an open-ended question, Janu. Like I just told that for ideation purpose, and yeah, you can think about cases. I think there are already lots of research going on about getting old people into tech. Oh, I'm sorry.
Any more questions
I'm
or
sorry, Jen.
doubts, guys?
Okay, guys. We'll see you soon in the next session.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks a lot. Give your reviews, guys. How was it? Did you enjoy it? Before you go, you can give your reviews, and we'll be appreciative of it. Yeah, it was given in the chat.
Brainwriting is learning of the day for me. Okay, nice.
Okay, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We're ending the stream now. Bye bye.